Good day, and I'm here to present my summary for the server administration subject, all of our tasks. I'm Jesse Visaya Jr., and this is my presentation for server administration. All of my summaries video, I will link in the description the playlist that I made for this subject. For the task one, setting up your lab environment. What did I learn in this task is that I have learned on how to set my virtual machine for my server administration task. Um, I learned to download virtual machine for this and creating a in, instance for the task. For task 2, installing Windows Server 2016. I have what did I learn in this task? I have learned what is the use of Windows Server 2016, how it is essential to my task, and why do we need it. Um, we need it for it is essential because first of all, this is where you make on the server for the user to join. That's for my realization in this task. Task 3, configure Windows Server 2016. What did I learn in this task? I have learned on how to configure the Windows Server 2016 so that it can be usable and creating a domain for the user to join. In this configuring the IP address, the name of the server, and creating the domain. For the next task, uh, task 4, Windows 10 installation. What did I learn in this task is I have learned on how to install Windows 10 in my virtual machine, creating another instance for me to install Windows 10 in my virtual machine. Task 5, joining Windows 10 to the domain. What did I learn? In this task, I have learned on how to connect my Windows 10 to my Windows server. Um, I I joined my Windows 10 to the Windows server using the method that we see. Using the method that we use as reference. The video was sent to us. So I learned on how to connect the Windows 10 to the domain or to the Windows server. Task 6, RSAT. What did I learn in this task? I have learned to install RSAT into my Windows server, creating an organizational unit and creating a user for my Windows 10. RSAT is where I install and create an organizational unit, creating a user for that or organizational unit. Task 7, DHCP scope and reservation. What did I learn in this task? I have learned on adding scope and making a reserve for the user. Um, Task 8, DNS. What did I learn in this task? I have learned on how to create a DNS host, a record. What is GPO all about and restricting some application from server to the user. As you can see on my video in the playlist, we did this and we restrict like the Internet Explorer, we restrict it. And as you can see in the video, we open our user account and we can't open the Internet Explorer because it is restricted from the server. Task 9, backup and recovery. What did I learn in this task? I have learned kinds of backup, full and custom backup. But we didn't have the resources for our machine to do the task. I learned that um, there are two types of backup, full backup and custom backup. Full backup where you fully back up the server, and the custom where you only backup selected. But we didn't make this task because mine the unit we use is our I mine my laptop, but my laptop storage is almost full. Uh that's why we didn't do this task because of the lack of storage. And that's all for this for all the tasks. And my summarization for all of these tasks we do is that I now know how to make a server, restricting it, uh, connecting, and configuring the IP address to connect, giving the IP address to the user for them to join my server. I have the power to restrict their doing like the previous task that I can only I can only I can assign the user on this specific time like 8 to 10 like that. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Manako.